Sorry, I've asked this question so many times today, and it's a little bit like a bit of a dating show.
No worries, I'll take that.
What are your key highlights from State of the Fight this year?
Something that we all need to regularly be reminded of is that criminals don't rest. TAG is basically doing the work of the industry to make sure that consumers are protected, that creatives are protected, that marketers are protected, and publishers as well.
And what was your favorite session this year?
So I had the pleasure of being on a session. I had a chance to talk about ad-funded piracy. That's my favorite subject. As long as people like free stuff, there's always going to be the premise of taking it and putting ads next to it.
Yeah. What has been your highlight?
I've been blown away by a couple of presentations. Really, there was one around the spread and the importance around malvertisement, right? Actually, it's a hard word even to say, right? But really, it's raising the awareness on things that we are not aware, we don't know, right? But there's always opportunities to do better.
And what was your favorite session from today?
I'm gonna keep with that one on advertising. Really, it's incredible to see the tactics that are being delivered by bad actors in the industry.
What's been your highlight from State of the Fight this year?
Highlight is just trying to reframe the conversation and bring together what we traditionally think of as brand safety and ad quality malware together as a brand protection, as one whole kind of like family and house. I think that's a conversation that should happen together. Favorite session, probably one of the last ones that had to do with kind of keeping up with the criminals and perspectives from the global intelligence community. I think that's really insightful stuff.
What was your favorite one?
I really liked the last session about, cybersecurity. Bloody, every time I go on my computer, actually, Elon Musk is going to give all of us £1,000. Have you seen that one?
Right, I haven't seen that one, but okay.
Yeah, but you have to click and give all your details.
Oh, of course, it's one of those.
Give your bank details, but they'll give you £1,000. It's really interesting just to come out of, my world of the fight for DEI, to come out of and just look at it as
a different perspective.
A different perspective.
All of State of the Fight this year, what was your highlight?
Again, finding out how much TAG does, and I want to get involved in it a little bit, but how much TAG does against that, the fight for ad fraud, the fight for online crime, etc.
What have been your highlights of State of the Fight this year?
I really love how diverse and packed the agenda is and how everything works and flows so well together. I also love the fact that the conversations that we are having this year are really great evolutions of what's happened in years before. Like, I feel really positive about the progress that we've been making.
From the sessions that you've had and heard so far, which one's been your favorite one and why?
I mean, mine, right? But
yeah, clearly. Why would it not be?
I really enjoyed the conversation with the three sort of publisher side folks. Really gave great insight into sort of their plight. Some of the more, high techie conversations that we have, we sometimes have a lot of opinions from the larger publishers. Before a few weeks ago, I wasn't really aware of the fact that we were applying so much pressure on the MFA topic. A lot of smaller businesses, not necessarily even diverse owned businesses, can rely on some of the characteristics that are associated with MFAs to build their own traffic and to do what everybody else has been doing for all of these years.
Obviously, the highlight is always the amazing content, but the thing that I always think about State of the Fight is getting the tag community all in one room and the kind of energy, the vibe, the engagement, that you get to introduce various tag members to each other and see how maybe they could collaborate.
Your favorite word, collaboration.
Yeah, always. So my favorite session, obviously other than mine, do you know what? I'm always sorry. Oh my god, such a cliche. Do you know what? My favorite session is always the malvertising sessions. I think it's fascinating. I think it's a subject that we don't talk enough about unless you're already sort of steeped in it.
Yeah. What's been the highlight for you?
I mean, where I come from a very large malvertising background. So I think a lot of the different points today really hone in on kind of where that fight is laying. Great to chat about it and great to understand what's going on, but now it's the time to take action. And I think that was the biggest takeaway I kind of came out of this is knowing that there are people who share like-minded resolutions for this.
And from all the sessions today, which one was your favorite one and why?
Last piece was probably the one that I had no idea, no expectation for in a way.
Yeah, I could give you a whole bunch because it was fantastic. I think this was our best State of the Fight event yet.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was incredibly well organized, and that actually is, as a CEO of TAG, it actually is a highlight to have it run so smoothly, professionally, to have, I think, a fast-moving agenda where the sessions were short and we just had usually just a couple, one or two, or a couple of experts was fantastic.
So what is your favorite session from this
And
year?
I hate to do one that I actually moderated, but it was my favorite because we led off with a case study from a marketer.
It was with Ander and Kenview, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. And to have a marketer come in and talk about how important the TAG programs are, to me, that's what we're trying to do, because that's what's going to drive change in the marketplace.
So what has been your highlight from State of the Fight this year?
So I really enjoyed the panel that AJ moderated with Diva and I think it was Brian from Magnite, because it's one of the few examples I've seen in the industry where you get the full range of the issues that we cover. Usually it's all very segmented into its media responsibility or its DE&I or journalism.
And what was your favorite session from today's event? That one.
That was that one, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So what are your highlights for State of the Fight this year?
I think it was the most holistic look that we've done yet in terms of all of the different areas that TAG works on, and even more so, all of the different ways in which the TAG community globally is engaged in solving criminal problems and brand safety issues. It has me all fired up for us to do more. My favorite session of this year is the one that is off the record. It was brilliant, and I am so delighted at the degree to which we have grown our not just cross-industry partnership, but global public-private partnership.
The highlight for State of the Fight, I personally think that taking a look at the panels around publishers and journalism and the brand safety and DE&I, how do we do a better job as an industry? Favorite session, the Black Enterprise, Travis from the Daily Voice, and really giving a perspective that the supply chain intermediaries and those of us who are working on the health of the supply chain, we haven't heard enough from the end publisher on these fronts. Hear from them directly. Obviously, I'm biased because I've heard from them for the last 4 years, since 2020, and we did the inclusion lists and stuff, but to have everybody else hear from them, I thought was huge.